knows in it. I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas.
What up, everyone? It's the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip hop superstar and Hot Boys member Juvenile talks about recording the last Hot Boys album or lack thereof. Now, as we all know, the Let 'Em Burn album, and I get torched in the comments when I talk about there's two real Hot Boy albums. The Let 'Em Burn album was just a bunch of archive verses thrown together as a last ditch effort to try to squeeze whatever juice was left out of the Hot Boys in 2003. We all know the Hot Boys' first two albums was in 97 and 99. And the Hot Boys was disbanded in 2001. Juvie left the label, BG left the label, Turk left the label, but yet I get fans all on my inbox, all in my comments talking about, don't forget about the Let 'Em Burn album. The Let 'Em Burn album was this. The Let 'Em Burn album was that. The Let 'Em Burn album wasn't what y'all are talking about. The Let 'Em Burn album, I'm just going to keep it 100. It was trash. It was maybe a couple songs on there that was cool, but we're talking about comparing them to the other Hot Boys albums, comparing them to the other Cash Money Records albums. It was trash. Like I said, it started to get like Death Row Records, where they was just trying to grab whatever verses that they had from Tupac and Snoop Dogg and Dre and Corrupt and Daz and just throw them all on these compilation albums, because that's what it felt like. You could tell there wasn't really any real involvement from the Hot Boys when putting that thing together. Lil Wayne's flow didn't even sound like that because he had evolved his flow and they were just taking archive verses. So Juvenile talks about how he had no involvement with the Hot Boys album, the Let 'Em Burn album. He said he wasn't around. He said those are just archive verses that they threw together, just like the hell that I said. Let's take a look at this clip from Juvie as he explains.
Then the last Hot Boys album comes out, Let 'Em Burn. And this album doesn't really have the hits of the other projects.
Yeah, I wasn't really around. So I don't really know how the songs got put together. I think they took songs from here and there and put it together, but I didn't really participate in that at all. So I don't know how that would happen.
All right, so you heard it from Juvenile himself. He had no involvement in it. He wasn't around for that. He said they just took old songs. Now, remember, he said in previous interviews where they used to do 4 or 5 songs a night. So some of those songs, they weren't radio ready or album worthy or anything like that, but they took some of those songs that had some sort of a buzz to them, some sort of a vibe to them, and just threw them on that Let 'Em Burn album. It is a hard listen to get through that album start to finish. You can't do it. Now, with the other Hot Boys albums, you can listen to both of those, Guerrilla Warfare and Get It How You Live, and you can listen to those from start to finish without any skipping, you know what I'm saying? But the Let 'Em Burn album, come on, y'all. Keep it a buck. Y'all wasn't banging that album. Maybe folks in New Orleans was banging it, but as far as a nationwide thing, there was no videos, there was no promo for that. It just kind of came out and everybody was kind of like, eh. And like I said, the Hot Boys were disbanded. You got Juvenile making disses about Birdman and Lil Wayne. BG was dissing Birdman and Lil Wayne. Turk really didn't do too much of that. He just kind of started doing his own thing, but that's what I'm saying. They did not have any part in putting that album together, and folks will kill me in the comment section talking about this album was a worthy album. It was not. This next Hot Boys album, if they ever get to do it, which I'm hoping that we get a real third Hot Boys album. I'm really hoping that they really get to do that, especially now because it's 25 years later, 26 years later at this point from when the Hot Boys dropped their last album. And I would love to hear them all back together now because everybody's flow was changed. BG just did 12 and a half years behind bars. Turk did his 8.5 years behind bars. Juvenile's flow is advanced. Lil Wayne is one of the greatest of all time. To me, he's the second greatest rapper of all time behind Tupac Shakur. So I would love to hear what they do now. And then Manny Fresh, one of the dopest producers of all time. Even Birdman himself getting in there would change things up. Nation, what do you think about Juvenile's comments? What do you think about my comments? How did you feel about the Let 'Em Burn album? Did you consider that a real Hot Boys album, or was this just a compilation of old verses? Like I said, Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you all hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
I'm authentic, real name, no gimmicks, no game, no scrimmage. I ain't playing with you niggas at all.